Mr. Haddad, it's fast approaching 40 years since our chat in your project office in Jamaica. Now you're in Canada, I assume Vancouver, and I'm here in Florida. Thanks for agreeing to this phone interview.
Thanks for inviting me, Rob.
Well, now, I understand that this project, which commenced in 1983, is actually an expanded version of the plant conceived in the early 70s, yes?
That's correct. In fact, just prior to 1974, the start of the original expansion, the 4 cement silos located on the south side of the road failed. The reason? There was, if you like, a kind of a flaw in the design, especially since we have earthquakes from time to time. The silos had to be demolished and the island had to import cement for quite some time.
What did the expanded project entail?
Well, back to the 1974 expansion. Shortly after the commencement, there was an industrial action by the labor union, which it was reported that some of the management personnel were actually attacked and severely injured.
So when were the wheels of motion put into effect for this, shall we say, updated expansion?
The project recommenced with an extended scope of works in about 1983 and with a new name, Expansion, Modernization, Coal Conversion and Institutional Strengthening, with loans from the World Bank and the Government of Jamaica.
Were local consulting engineers involved in this new design?
No. Jamaica, no experts in the design and construction of cement plants, etc. Cement experts from Haddad Cement of Japan, one of the world's largest cement producers, were selected from a field of 4 to act as the engineers and consultants for the project. However, prior to the awarding of contracts involved, mothballed equipment from 1974, equipment suppliers Maurice Blackstone and Alice Chalmers were contracted to review the state of, and if necessary, update the mothballed equipment.
And that mothball equipment was for what?
There are 2 contracts. First, the power station, which houses 3 5-megawatt diesel engines, were inspected by Maurice Blackstone, and any recommended works was carried out by them. Secondly, the cement production line, the major components were inspected by Alice Chalmers, who were the original suppliers, as well as the control panel and so forth. I want to take this opportunity to let you know about a number of strategic decisions which led to a significant reduction in the overall cost of the project, while also adding a number of unplanned features. First one is a novel construction management methodology utilized for the first time ever in Jamaican construction industry. Current standards, which require a quantity surveyor, could add up to 3.5% to the overall cost of the project, was rejected, and instead the North American methodology was adopted. That is, a fixed price lump sum contracts were used, saving approximately $5.25 million on the overall cost of the project. The second item was the timing of the tender process resulted in massive saving. Tender prices of up to 30% below the engineer's estimates due to the depressed state of worldwide construction industry. Rather than lay off personnel and mothball equipment, major companies submitted bids with little or no profit margins just to remain in business, keeping them in good stead when the market improved.
And what was the result, or what were the advantages, rather, of this strategy?
The savings from these strategies enabled the company to put a new deep water pier and storage facilities for receiving and storing the alternate source of energy, bituminous coal. This was a consequence of the engineers concluding that the existing roof, which was used for extruding cement primarily, was inadequate, mainly due to the poor conditions of the concrete pilings. Secondly, larger than anticipated coal storage facilities. And C, new bag and bulk storage facility, including bulk storage cement, which the company was unable to do before.
Did one contractor carry out the entire project, or?
No. The project was broken down into 4 or 5 subcontracts. Contract C1 was the construction of the 2 new storage silos with a capacity of 6,500 tons. C23 was for the building of a new power station and the installation of the previously supplied 3 5-megawatt diesel Blackstone engines. Now C4, the heart of the operations, is installation of the dry process kiln, storage silos, and so forth. And finally, C5 was the design and supply of the two 10-ton cold grinding mills.
So tell me, who were the actual contractors for these various contracts, and how did you go about selecting them?
Oh, this was a very exhaustive process, as the award was governed with agreements from the following. Firstly, a list of potential international contractors was put together by the consulting engineers with corresponding pre-tender qualifications internationally. After the bids were received, approvals depended on agreements by the following, all of the following. B, the consulting engineers. C, the board of directors of the cement company. The government contracts award committee. The government of Jamaica by the Prime Minister. And finally, the agreement of Parliament.
How much time did it take from final design to start of construction?
Well, in some cases, C4, over a year. In the meantime, the government of Jamaica was increasing its interest payments on its loans.
How many contractors actually bid on the various contracts?
In some cases, for example, contract C4, there were 33 interested parties, with as many as 15 pre-qualified, with most of them bidding.
And can I ask who were the various contracts awarded to, or is that something that you can share?
It's been a while, but it's still fresh in my memory. As indicated in the bird's eye view diagram, contract C1 was awarded to Kajima Corporation of Japan, who selected Tanquil as their Jamaican counterparts. The contract began in 1975 and was substantially completed in July of 95. Contract C23 was awarded to the United Kingdom firm of Care International, who selected Caribbean Construction Limited as their Jamaican counterparts. That contract began in November 84 and was substantially completed in November 1986. C4, the backbone of the expansion program, was awarded to Kajima Corporation of Japan and was substantially completed in August 1988. Final completion in 1989 due to a 3-month extension resulting from Hurricane Gilbert. Contract C5 was awarded to Cape Helport of Cologne, Germany, and was completed in 1988.
Well, Mr. Haddad, that has been a most interesting glimpse into the expansion program. We're out of time, but I really had no idea of the magnitude and complexity. Thanks again for the photographic presentation that you forwarded. Thank you so much.